Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is CJ, and this is your weekly dose of clappers, as promised. Tonight we'll bring you three of Scorsese's finest: Goodfellas, Casino, and Gangs of New York. Helping me discuss these films tonight will be Clappers regular Dan Doolan. Hello, Dan, and welcome to the show again. Nice seeing you on the show again. It's always a pleasure.
It's all good, CJ.
The first film that we'll be watching is Goodfellas, made in 1990. The stories of an Irish-Italian-American, Henry Hill, and how he lives day-to-day life as a member of the mafia. Based on a true story, the plot revolves around Henry and his two unstable friends, Jimmy and Tommy, as they gradually climb the ladder of petty crime to violent murders.
Jimmy.
What's up?
Did I hit something?
What is that?
Is her flat? What? No.
What the fuck? You better pull over and see.
Yeah.
No. Still alive. No. Fucking piece of shit. God. Look at me. Look at my fucking eyes. God.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. People looked at me differently. I mean, they knew I was with somebody. I didn't have to wait in line at the bakery on Sunday mornings anymore for fresh bread. The owner knew who I was with, and he'd come from around the counter no matter how many people were waiting. I was taken care of first. Our neighbors didn't park in our driveway anymore, even though we didn't have a car. I mean, at 13, I was making more money than most of the grown-ups in the neighborhood. I mean, I had more money than I could spend. I had it all. One day, some of the kids from the neighborhood carried my mother's groceries all the way home. You know why? It was out of respect.
I thought he was gonna shit. Ow, Pete. Oh, fuck is... Gee, I wish I was big just once. You're a big cops.
Really funny. Really funny.
What do you mean I'm funny?
It's funny, you know. It's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you know, you're just funny. It's, you know, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Tommy, no, you got it all wrong.
Oh, Anthony. He's a big boy. He knows what he said. What'd you say?
You're right.
Funny how? What?
Just, you know, you're funny.
You mean,
So?
well, let me understand this, because you know, maybe it's me, I'm a little fucked up, maybe. Well, I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Not just, you know how you tell the story. What?
No, I don't know. You said it. How do I know? You said I'm funny. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
Get the fuck out of here, Tommy.
You motherfucker! I almost had him! You stuttering prick, yeah? Frankie, was he shaking?
A very powerful performance by De Niro and Pesci there, and Liotta. Dan, the opening scene was the car boot scene, which we've just seen in the latter. Can you tell us why Scorsese wanted to use that scene so early in the film?
Well, you want to use it right at the beginning. Just boom, you're into the movie. It's I think you sit there in a cinema sometimes, and if you're kind of zoned out, you're not really paying much attention, and then the rest of the film's going to go over your head. I think Scorsese put that in there. It was instant shock value.
Yeah, shock the audience,
value.
make them
And
go.
suddenly they're all interested, and suddenly they're all attent because they can't believe what they've just seen.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess to these days standards, it's not as bad as, you know, but I think it was a shock value
Back
thing.
then.
With that way, the audience are more perceptive to the rest of the movie.
So, bearing in mind that this is based on a true story, do you agree that it glamorises being a gangster?
People see that personally, me, no. I don't. I mean, it's a movie, but I think that people have always said that with reason, I guess. I mean, if you look at these movies, the gangsters, they either win or end up rich, or in a lot of times, but in a lot of cases they die. So I mean, not
So
really.
It's contradiction, really.
I don't know. It's
saying be a gangster, you die.
No, not necessarily, because
But you can also become really
my theory is it's a personal preference. It depends as well which movies you've seen, but a lot of people believe, yeah, but personally me, I don't think it does. No,
Yeah.
it's a movie at the end of the day.
It's just a movie.
Exactly.
Our next Scorsese film will be Casino. Sam Ace Rothstein, a mob-connected casino operator in Las Vegas, attempts a civilized lifestyle with his money-conditional wife, Ginger. Nicky Santano, a boyhood friend of Ace, and now a man made of the mafia, arrives in his town, an ambitious agenda of his own that soon disrupts Ace's life. Before long, Ginger and a long-time leeching lover like Lester and Nicky make mistakes, causing problems.
When you love someone, you've got to trust them. There's no other way. You've got to give them the key to everything that's yours. Otherwise, what's the point? And for a while, I believed that's the kind of love I had. Who could resist? Anywhere else in the country, I was a bookie, a gambler, always looking over my shoulder, hassled by cops day and night. But here, I'm Mr. Rothstein. I'm not only legitimate, but running a casino. And that's like selling people dreams for cash. I hired an old casino pal, Billy Sherbert, as my manager, and I went to work. Casino manager? For guys like me, Las Vegas washes away your sins. It's like a morality car wash. It does for us what Lourdes does for humpbacks and cripples.
Man down! Medical. We got a cardiac arrest here. Hey, that's fine, folks. Just give us a roll, please.
They never know what hit them. And if and when they do find out that they just got zapped by a cattle prod, they wish they really did have a heart attack. Turns out this guy and his fucking pals, they were knocking this place dead for years.
Hey, what are you doing? There it is.
Cheater's justice.
Oh, God. Oh. Hey, no. No. No.
I wanted everybody to know that things were changed around here. We had to make an example of these pricks, that the party was over. I'm just curious. I saw you shuffling your checks with your right hand. Can you do that with both hands?
No.
Can't do it with both hands.
No, sir.
Can you do it with your left hand?
Oh, I never tried.
So you're right.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to learn with your left hand.
Having worked together in Raging Bull, Bronx Tale, and Goodfellas, etc., do you feel that the partnership between De Niro and Pesci still works?
Absolutely. They're two actors who know each other very well at this point. They've worked, as you said, in a lot of movies together, De Niro and Pesci, and they work very well together. De Niro himself has been quoted as saying, you know, that every time he works with Pesci, it surprises him. And Pesci's also been on things saying, you
So
know,
it's an
things are-
everlasting partnership, you think?
Oh yeah, well no, not an everlasting partnership. You know, people do die. But
Yeah, well,
no, I reckon they two could always pull it off. Those two particularly, that as a partner, as a team,
And
absolutely.
what aspects of the film did you personally enjoy?
De Niro's performance, it's a kind of chilling performance because of all these horrible things happening around him, and he seems almost ignorant to them. Not ignorant. What's the word I'm looking for?
Oblivious.
Not oblivious. He takes in what's happening,
But he
doesn't react, which is it's kind of creepy. All this horrible things happening, but none to it.
Do you think DiCaprio suits a Scorsese film?
I'm sure there's supposed to be a VT there.
I know, but do you think it will suit a Scorsese film? Regarding
Well,
his
no,
background?
I'll get into. I don't even get into the DiCaprio thing too much. A lot of people don't like DiCaprio. A lot of people think he's a terrible actor. But if you actually watch him, he's a very, very good actor.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily whether he suits a Scorsese film.
Yeah.
And any good actor would suit a Scorsese film because Scorsese films are good and they require good actors. Leonardo DiCaprio, despite popular belief, is a good actor. So of course he suits the movie because he's a great actor. He does a very good job, and always has.
So people just think he's...
Well, he's got this pretty boy thing, and
Yeah.
people seem to think he's the pretty boy that
and that's
can't
why
act.
people just
Well, in
shoot him
actual
down
fact,
for it.
absolutely. Yeah, and the guy
Yeah.
can act. The guy can act very well.
Yeah. What about in Titanic? Going off on a tangent.
That was a brutal movie, but he did okay.
Okay, our final film, going to the DiCaprio thing here, will be Gangs of New York. In this clip, you'll see a trailer for the film as waves of immigrants swell in the population of New York, lawlessness and corruption thrive in Manhattan's 5 Points section. After years of incarceration, young Irish immigrants, Amsterdam Ballon, return seeking revenge against rival gang leader who killed his father. But Amsterdam's personal vendetta becomes a part of the warfare that erupts, and his fellow Irishmen fight to carve for a place themselves in a newly adopted homeland.
On my challenge, we have met at this chosen ground to settle for good and all who holds sway over the 5 Points, us natives or the foreign hordes.
With this knife that struck him down, let me put to rest my father's ghost.
Who are you?
You're the priest's son, aren't you? His name's Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. I'm New York.
Everything you see belongs to me. The newsboys and quick thieves and blind tigers here in paradise. Everybody owes, everybody pays.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm dancing.
So why aren't you dancing with him?
I'm not in love with him.
There's more of us coming off these ships every day. 15,000 Irish a week. Get all of us together and we ain't got a gang. We got an army.
Challenge. Challenge accepted.
I took the father. Now I'll take the son. I give you my word. This'll all be finished tomorrow.
No, it won't.
Being a period film, do you think that Scorsese lives up to his own? Do you think he made another fucking classic film here?
I'm glad you threw a swear word in there. You know, it's another thing for the censors to to fix up there.
Mhm.
No, yes and no. Personally, I think it's a classic. I think it's a great movie. But a lot of people disagree. A lot of people think it's a bad movie, or a worse. Sorry, not a bad movie. A lot of people think it's not up to the scratch of his normal films. Some people blame that on the fact that it's a period movie, and some just think he had a dip because it happens. Not all films.
And do you think he's a white twat for making the film the way you did.
Not at all. No, I thought that he did, and you know, Martin Scorsese show. If you diss him again, I might have to put my foot in your face. I think you've made me lose where I was now. No, the point I was making was a lot of people didn't think that movie was up to his normal standard, but I don't believe that was because.
Is that
it's a
because
period
that
movie.
dick-faced De Niro was in it?
You know, if yeah.
Well,
finish your
answer the
arc,
question. Come on.
I'm not. He wasn't.
What do you mean it wasn't?
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio. Oh, sorry. Yeah. DiCaprio, the dick face. Sorry.
Chris, just go back to reading your
I said
we're
De Niro
done.
because I thought he should have been in it.
Yeah,
not
just
shit-faced
read your Rocky. I'm done.
DiCaprio here.
I'm done.
Right, I'm going to have to say goodbye to Twatface Dan.
Dan's gonna leave right this second.
Next week on the show,
Bye.
we're reviewing top 10 action films of all time, and we're looking at some Tracy Lords films.
Chris,
Thank
you
you,
dick.
and good night, you bastards.